Hi there, very good morning to all our viewers. Welcome to Hot Stocks right here on ET9, the Mumbai News Center. I'm Tanveer here.
And I'm Neeraj Shah. And the markets flattish for themselves, equal number of movers and shakers on the upside and the downside. So if there is some bit of downtick that has come into HUL because it went ex-dividend today, and that is down 2.5%. But ITC is giving its company, so 1.5% down for that one. Those are the top two drags. Mind you, HUL, by virtue of the fact that it's gone ex-dividend, 12.5 rupees today. What's doing well, incidentally, is WIPRO, Tata Motors, and a power grid post the numbers. And the ADAG group stocks haven't done too badly. So there's a set of stocks which have done well. WIPRO, of course, the demerger news of the consumer care business. So the IT business becomes a pure play IT business, and all the other businesses get demerged into separate entities. And 3.5% higher for WIPRO in the session today by virtue of that. There is Bharti Airtel, which should be in focus, as should be Idea as well. Mind you, the EGoM meets today on the telecom spectrum refarming issue. And these stocks may not be active right now, but in all probability would become active later on as well. Results impact seen on certain key stocks. On the large cap front, of course, Power Grid is the one which started off fairly well, 2.5% higher now. So good numbers, and the stock is doing well. VIP, a horrible set of numbers, so to say, because their PAT actually has come down, a net loss rather of close to 2 crores versus a profit of 10 or 11 crores a year ago, and VIP has taken it on the chin. The other one that has done well is Titan. So good show by that one, 4.5% higher. Results largely in line with the market liking what they saw on their operational front. So doing okay. Hexaware, the other disappointment, not the best of numbers, in line with estimates, but maybe the market was hoping for more from Hexaware stable, and that hasn't done well. SL Propack, the other one, which came out with a good set of numbers, in line with what the management had spoken to us, if viewers would remember the last quarter, and that's not done too badly, 3.5% higher. Last but not the least, Mastech, the board meeting on November 5th to decide upon the buyback, and that one is up 5% in trade.
All right, let's also get in some brokerage calls this morning. What key brokerages are saying about individual stocks. Religare maintains a buy rating on Bata India and has lowered the price target from 1,000 rupees to 940 rupees a share. Brokerage has cut calendar year 12 and calendar year 13 EPS estimates by 13 and 15% respectively. Religare advises buy in the current cyclical weakness as medium-term growth and upgrading of opportunity comes into the near future. Aside of that, there's Jefferies as well, which has upgraded Titan to a hold from an underperform. Brokerage has upped the price target from about 200 rupees to 285 rupees per share. Brokerage believes that the company is set for much stronger growth in the second half, aided by reasonably upbeat festive season, crowded wedding season, and pickup in retail expansion. However, the brokerage believes with the recent run-up in stock price, market seems to have factored in a large part of the improvement in outlook. Okay, you have the Maruti sales numbers flashing on your screens. October sales coming in at 1.03 lakh units. Maruti, of course, as a stock is reacting to that piece of news. 1450 coming in there. That's doubling from the base on a year-on-year basis. So 55,000 units was what they clocked in the same month last year. But for now, you're looking at the stock giving way to its performance. I mean, 1% up on Maruti, still 1450 coming in there.
Yeah, slightly lower, I believe, than what we were estimating, 1.06 lakh units. So that would have been a 13% uptick on a month-on-month basis. That hasn't happened. So slightly lower than what we were estimating for Maruti Suzuki. Okay, let's get in what dealing rooms are recommending in trade. Darshan and Yatin join us for that. And Yatin, while you are with us, incidentally, let's start off with Maruti, slightly lower than what the estimates were for Maruti.
Absolutely, Neeraj. The market when we're anticipating any number above 1,05,000 units, in fact, on the higher side, we had most of the analysts who were anticipating a number of 1,10,000 units because of the Dussehra offtake, which was nicely done by most of the four-wheeler companies. But this has slightly come lower than what the market was anticipating. And given the fact that after the result, the stock has almost rallied 70, 80 rupees, possibly, there could be some softness in the stock price after monthly numbers have been slightly below estimates. So on the other hand, we had TVS Motors, and dealers are also talking about TVS Motors as a stock. They have delivered a monthly sale number of 1.9 lakh units versus an estimate of close to 1.75 to 1.8 lakh units. So this is on the higher side. And do remember, for 3-4 months, TVS Motors was missing the analyst estimation. In fact, they were missing their own estimates. But finally, there is some recovery as far as the Dussehra season and the festive season is concerned. And most of the analysts believe that this trend for TVS Motor of recovery will continue going forward. And possibly we could see levels of 44 rupees soon as far as TVS Motors is concerned, is what dealers are indicating. And one more stock that dealers are interestingly indicating is Crompton Greaves. Remember, the results are there tomorrow. The market is anticipating a consolidated profit number of close to 110 crores. But dealers are, anticipating that the results for Crompton Greaves on a consolidated basis will be well below estimates. And that is why we have seen some bit of short positions being initiated in Crompton Greaves. And dealers are anticipating that there could be a 2 to 3% downside as far as this stock is concerned.
We'll watch out for those numbers, Yatin. Thanks a lot for that. Darshan, what are your dealing room sources telling you?
Neeraj, J&K Bank is something that dealers are recommending to buy on dips, and this is more of a positional call, a long-term hold, because the counter had moved up almost 10% yesterday. So on every decline, a little bit of accumulation, because it's an expensive stock, almost 1,200 rupees. What also happened is CLSA has come out with a report today in which they have upgraded the target and raised it from almost 1090 to 1480. So almost a 500 rupee upside is something that they've given on the counter on their target price. So that is something that is a positive. The next one is Voltas, in which institutional dealers, institutional desks do indicate that there is some HNI activity and accumulation happening on the counter ahead of the numbers. The numbers will come out in the next few days, most probably on Monday. And the last one is Maruti and Yes Bank, and dealers are recommending to buy on the basis of technical trend. Maruti has already run up significantly post the numbers, but Yes Bank is something that they say that they will see a little bit of more upside will come in.
We'll watch out for those. Thanks a lot for that, Darshan, as well as Yatin. So those are some stocks from the dealing rooms. Very quickly, before we get to earning calls and start off with the first company, that is SL Propack, just get in our dealing room, rather our technical experts, to give us a call each on some of the large caps that have moved around in trade. Deepak Mohani and Prakash Gaba join us for that. Deepak, to you on a large cap stock, which is WIPRO. Ahead of the numbers, the demerger announcements today, and that has gotten the stock excited. But in 3 days, has moved from 340 to 363 odd on the cash market. Looks good for more?
Well, if it's to be traded, the short term, meaning maybe a week horizon or so, may be best, because long term wise, the stock is not on a very solid wicket. It had made a fresh low in August. It had gone well below its year's low at that time. Most other stocks are well above their year's low, so this is, from a long term point of view, a little shaky. The current rally, last 4 or 5 days, has been strong, and it's also been going for 3-4 days. So to sum it up, if you are having a position in the stock, keep it for a very short while. And if you want to trade it for a week or so, buy it after the dip, because it's already gone up 3-4 days.
And Prakash, very quickly from you on a stock which has been down today, VIP, if you can pull up the charts, it's down close to 8.5% on a day when other consumption stocks haven't done too badly. Do you think it can slide down lower?
Well, structurally, I would say that VIP is basically a weak structure. Only thing is, it has a support closer to around 70. Though it is down, but I don't think there's much downside here available. Even if it does go down, 70 seems to be a strong support zone for VIP, where we could see some kind of support emerging, and if it decides to go up, then perhaps we can see levels closer to 82 to 85 zone. But so far it is weak, but there is not much downside in VIP Industries. 70 will be a support.
Okay, VIP Industries this week has lost 8.5% in today's session, also weak. Let's take a break on that note. But SL Propack is a stock which is extremely active, and rightly so. Good set of numbers. We get in the management on the other side to speak about how the quarter has been and how the quarters ahead could look like.